Oh man, I missed most of this story. Talking to Wayne Evanston, he saw a 6-foot cat. He said it was brown. He was mountain biking near dusk. It jumped over him on his bicycle.
No, that was a deer. This is a different story.
Start over.
This is about 50, 60 yards in front of me. And all I saw was this thing, okay, pointed at me, and I'll even show you what it did. And you'll know it was a cat. It went. And then it went into the woods, and I was like, on my fucking bike, and I was like, what the fuck? I immediately turned around, and I couldn't ride up this hill because it was so fucking steep. I took my fucking bike over my shoulder, and I started fucking running back up this fucking hill. At this point, I only weighed 180-something pounds, and I was pretty in shape. So, I couldn't do that now. But I ran the whole way up the fucking hill with the bike over my shoulder, crawling with my fucking fingers trying to get up the fucking hill.
You were so scared of this animal you saw, you wanted to get out of there.
And I didn't even, there's no way I was going to try to make it down that road, seeing what I just saw. So I went back over the hill. I thought, it's going to take me a good 45 minutes to get back down this thing. I don't know if I'm going to make it before dark. But there's no way I'm going back down there because that wasn't a bear, that wasn't a deer. That was a motherfucking cat.
Where was this?
It was at the bottom of Center Hall Mountain between Route 54, where Pleasant Gap meets, connects to Petersburg. Okay.
Keep talking.
Exactly where it
Film the fire while I roll a cigarette. And
all right.
keep telling your story.
There was this old skate rink in Hubelsburg, Route 64. And it was a mountain lion. It was a dark brown, looked like a cougar or something.
Did you see any colorings, markings on
And
it?
I didn't expect anything like
like
that.
A black
I've seen coyotes,
or did you see,
deer, bear.
Did you see any spots of white on it, like maybe around
It was
the
a
face?
dark
Nothing
thing,
like
and when that fucker leaped,
was the
and it disappeared into the woods on the leap.
color
I mean, it was like,
all over?
a bear's not going to do that, man. That thing leaped
Was the
like
color, was the
6,
color
7
the
feet.
same all over it?
Yeah, it was a
One
dark.
solid color everywhere.
It was like a dark brown, black. It freaked me the fuck
It had
out,
no
dude.
white on it. It didn't have black on brown anywhere.
No.
Just one color solid.
I saw this dark brown, sleek cat with a long tail jumping in the woods, and I was so fucking scared. I jumped. I turned around, went up this hill. Somehow, I made it the whole way back to the top of this mountain, back down the other side. And by the time I got back down the other side of the mountain, it was getting dark, and I didn't think I was going to make it. That was the closest I could have came to actually sleeping in the woods.
Because you were too scared to try to go home.
No, I thought I was going to make it to the road and then ride back home. But when I came across this fucking big-ass cat, I turned around and hauled ass back the way I came, which means I had to start the trek all over again. I had to go back to the top of the mountain and back down the other side. So by the time I got home, it was about 9:15. And by that time, it was pretty much already dark. And my girlfriend was like, "What the hell happened to you?" And I was like, "You wouldn't even believe me if I fucking told you." You know. And that scared me to go on a mountain bike adventure on my own anymore because...
Ooh, look at that tornado.
I didn't know big cats existed.
Give that spins.
It's such a fun thing.
I'm glad that you saw one person, because all I've ever found is dead carcasses and footprints. Spin that fire for me. It's making a nice tornado.
Who was telling me about the big paw prints?
Me. I don't have pictures of it. Nate said he saw a black one, and I found animals that I'm positive were killed by mountain lions.
They're back again, man.
And you believe you actually saw one? Whoa, that's one hell of a tornado. And I believe you too, because I think they're here. I've seen signs.
It's hard enough to see like a big bear. You know? How often do you run into bears?
Not often enough.
Way up in the mountain. But when I saw that thing leap, with that big tail hanging out, and that thing leaped, 6, 7 feet. Big, dark brown, fucking black. With his paws hanging out. Unless there's a black deer or something. Is there black deer?
They don't have long tails.
With a long tail? What else the hell could it be?
You're describing an animal that was 6 feet long.
Bobcat. You know, bobcats are what? 2, 3 feet long. This thing was huge.
You're describing an animal that was 6 foot long.
Something like that on the news about.
Nate says he has seen footage from his friend's cabin.
There's a lot of wilderness, a lot of woods around there. No.
I tell you personally that I found 5 deer. I tell you personally I found 5 deer that I guarantee you couldn't have been killed by anything else. The way they died with their throats ripped out and no other damage done.
I was terrified, man. That freaked me out. I almost crashed into, we've already crashed into deer and killed them, but
Hey, I'll have you know I had to break that thing's neck before it died.
that scared the shit out of me, that fucking mountain lion, or whatever it is. Panther. I didn't realize mountain lions had dark skin like that.
Not in general, they're not, but there's variants. All big cats are of the genus Panther. Lions, tigers, jaguars. Their Latin names all end with panther or panthera.
They do call them Nittany lions.
There's a reason for that. They were there.
You know what I mean? They wouldn't call Penn State Nittany lions for nothing. You really think all of Nittany lions